Well, I'm Scott Brady with Expedition Portal, and for this week's Field Tested, we're going to talk about the Lifesaver Jerrycan. It is manufactured and designed in the UK, and it is certainly used around the world for military, NGO, and travel applications. I have found that this is now my go-to water can when I go out into the field, and there's a couple reasons for that. It ends up being about 4.8 gallons. It's not a full 20 liters, and that's because of the filter and pump elements that drop into the void of the can. There's a couple things about this can that I think make it really important for travel, and the most important one of those is that you can put in dirty water or even out of a cow pond, and then you pressurize it. Couple pumps and it starts to create some internal pressure within the can. And then on this other side here, there is a valve that opens, and if you have the can on its side, it will start to actually force feed the water out. And it starts off going through this filter element, which provides level 3 protection for viruses, so 99.9% of viruses. It provides level 3 for cysts as well, so that's 99.6, and then it provides 99.99% of bacteria, so level 6. This is a very robust filter system that can take 10,000 liters of water. This can be your primary source of taking in wild water, and then you can pump and then transfer into your camper unit so that the water always going into your vehicle is filtered. In the element where the filter is, just after that is a carbon filter as well. And this carbon filter helps remove a lot of flavor from water, so it improves the drinkability. Overall, this is a very high quality unit. It is a little bit heavy to start off with, so just the unit itself is around 5 pounds, but it is very robust in its construction, and this heavy duty handle can be used for lashing. And then it does have these holes in the side that can allow for through pins to attach it to the back of the vehicle or to the wall of a camper, or more of a permanent attachment. Now let's talk real quick about cons. There's a lot to like about this can. I have only experienced one failure of these units in the field, and it actually failed at the seam inside of this hole. It's the only unit that's done that, and it only failed under pressure. So at least you didn't lose the water unless you pressurized the can, but that's something to be mindful of. Test the unit before you go out into the field, just in case it has one of those potential failures at the seam. And then the other thing is obviously the investment in the can is considerable, but I believe that the value of the product, particularly the quality of the filter, is in alignment with the price as well. So a great addition for your next adventure and a great way to store water in your vehicle. And for this week, it is my favorite gloves. These are made by Sullivan here in the United States. They're made from bison hide. These are the gloves that I use for recovery. It's the same gloves that I use for all of my motorcycle trips. They are inexpensive at $60 to $70 a pair, which I think is extremely fair. If you go to a name brand or a kind of a bit more of a bougie brand motorcycle company, these can be $200 or $300. The thing I like about them is it does have a touch-sensitive pad on the primary index finger, so you can operate your phone for that essential selfie. I also like the fit. They're loose, but they also work really well with the controls of the bike. The downside of these gloves is that they are not sealed against weather. So if I'm going to use them on the bike, I will treat them with beeswax before the trip, and then I'm fine in wet conditions. Obviously, if it's a little cold out, these are not going to work, but they do also make insulated gloves as well. So great product, very inexpensive, and they're my favorite.